Hello and welcome. I am Lori Lander, founder of Lori Lander Coaching. On this channel, I will be talking about all things related to living your very best life. I specialize in female empowerment, and I believe that now more than ever, it is vital for females to upload core values, embrace their uniqueness, and stand in their integrity. My personal mission is to empower you on your journey toward fulfillment. And my hope for you is to not just survive, but to thrive at this time of your life. Now, before we dive into this week's episode, if you have not done so already, make sure and press the subscribe button below to ensure that you do not miss a single episode. So, are you ready to find out if you are living a wholehearted life? Let's do this. I want to begin with a quote by Dr. Brene Brown, who is a world-renowned author, speaker, and research professor at the University of Houston. And through her extensive research, she uncovered there are 10 guideposts to wholehearted living. And Brene quotes, "Wholehearted living is about engaging with our lives from a place of worthiness. It means cultivating the courage, the compassion, and the connection to wake up in the morning and think, no matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough. It's going to bed at night thinking, yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid, but that doesn't change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love and belonging." Love that quote. So today I want to break down for you the 10 guideposts to wholehearted living and help you figure out if you are living wholeheartedly. Take note as I go through these guideposts to see how many of them you are practicing daily in your life and also those areas that you may want to improve upon. So the first guidepost is cultivating authenticity and letting go of what other people think. Being authentic is defined as being 100% ourselves and not a version of what we think we should be or who someone else wants us to be. When our words and our actions are in alignment with our core values, our beliefs, and our feelings, this is when we are being truly authentic. Now, it's important to realize that in order to cultivate authenticity and stay true to yourself daily, you must be willing to let go of what other people think. This can be challenging for some people. I know for me, I have to remind myself on the daily that as long as I am living a life of integrity and honesty and love, I do not have to worry about what others think of me or my actions. I just know at my core that I'm doing what I believe is best. The second guidepost is cultivating self-compassion and letting go of perfectionism. Self-compassion is the practice of being empathetic and loving towards oneself in times of suffering. In other words, treating ourselves as we would treat a loved one who may be struggling. Now, here is where it gets a little bit tricky. We all have that inner critic, which is that negative internal voice that tends to put us down or keep us down in challenging times. This critic can completely derail you and send you into a downward spiral of judgment and negativity. The key here is to learn to silence that inner critic and let go of trying to be perfect. When we release the need for perfectionism, we're able to operate from a genuine space and free ourselves from unrealistic expectations and high standards that we have placed on ourselves. The third guidepost is cultivating your resilient spirit and letting go of numbing and powerlessness. Practicing resilience means having the ability to bounce back from disappointments and setbacks rather quickly. The key here is to ensure that when you bounce back, you are using healthy strategies to cope emotionally and mentally rather than using numbing tactics such as alcohol or binge eating. Now, the fourth guidepost is cultivating gratitude and joy and letting go of scarcity and what's called fear of the dark. Practicing gratitude begins first with awareness and paying attention to those things around you in your day-to-day life that most likely you may take for granted. We are all guilty, I know, at times of moving through our day with blinders on without embracing the wonderfully simple things that bring us joy. When we do this, we tend to fall into what's called the scarcity mode and feel as if we are living with less than. So taking notice of the wonderfully simple things in your day-to-day life will help you realize how much there is around you to be grateful for. And on a side note, if you're not practicing daily gratitude, I strongly suggest that you begin this practice today. It is one of the simplest strategies to incorporate into your daily routine, and honestly, one of the most rewarding. This simple act can actually help you rewire your brain into focusing more on what is working and what is good in your life rather than what is not working. Now, the fifth guidepost is cultivating intuition and trusting faith, along with letting go of the need for certainty. Trusting our intuition and embracing faith can be a very scary practice, but one that is essential for personal growth. Adopting the habit of getting comfortable with the discomfort of uncertainty will allow you to trust in the process as it unfolds. The sixth guidepost is cultivating creativity and letting go of comparison. Cultivating creativity means enjoying the process without having a fear of the outcome. It's also important to note that as humans, we all have the ability to be creative. Creativity, it's not just about being artistically gifted with the ability to draw or paint or write music. There are countless ways to be creative, and creating can give you a sense of meaning and fulfillment. But you do want to be aware that with creativity, there can also be comparison. And comparison fuels competition and conformity, which can honestly stop us dead in our tracks. So in order to ignite our creativity, make it a priority that you must let go the urge to compare, compete, and conform, and just allow yourself the time for your creative juices to flow. The seventh guidepost is cultivating play and rest, and letting go of exhaustion as a status symbol and productivity as self-worth. Play and rest are an integral part of living a wholehearted life and is paramount to our well-being. Through Dr. Brene Brown's research, she found that main barrier to being able to rest and play is that exhaustion has become a status symbol and productivity has become a symbol of self-worth. I can personally relate to this. I once bought into this whole belief that if I wasn't busy and productive, I wasn't worthy. I learned the hard way that if you do not allow time for both play and rest, you will eventually burn out. So if you love to constantly be on the go with no downtime or fun time, I challenge you. Take pause, go play a game, and then go take a nap. Allowing play and rest will give you and your body a chance to refuel and re-energize. And there is nothing better in the world than feeling well-rested, refreshed, and motivated regularly in your life. Now, the eighth guidepost is cultivating calm and stillness and letting go of anxiety as a lifestyle. Creating calm in your life is about taking a moment to put on the brakes in a situation where you may be feeling anxious and allow yourself to think clearly without reacting on any emotional level. Creating stillness is a second part of this, where you're able to create a quiet and a peaceful space in your mind to reflect and process your thoughts. Practice this the next time a situation occurs where you're feeling stressed, and remember what I call the pause, where you take a moment to get your thoughts clear and then create a space for self-reflection before responding. The ninth guidepost is cultivating meaningful work and letting go of self-doubt, and supposed to uncovering your true gifts and talents and then using them to create meaningful work is key to living a wholehearted life. Being engaged in meaningful work can create a strong sense of meaning and purpose, but you must be aware of self-doubt and the burden of the fear-based supposed to voice inside, which wants to hold you back by telling you that you are not special enough. So having that awareness that these negative voices are just that, they're voices and not reality, will help you squash the self-destructive thoughts and focus on your true gifts. Well, the 10th and final guidepost is cultivating laughter and dance and letting go of cool and always in control. As easy it may sound to cultivate laughter and song and dance, it was one of the hardest for me. Although I love to laugh and I love to sing and dance, my alter ego likes to be in control and is obsessed with the cool factor. So letting go of my alter ego and allowing myself to let loose has been something that I continue to work on. Letting go of the need to present yourself in a certain way will free you from hiding behind a mask and will allow you to fully embrace your authentic self, enjoying laughing, singing, dancing, and allowing others to see the real you. Woo! We got through all 10 guideposts, and I hope you have some amazing takeaways that you can begin implementing into your life today. But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to the question that I asked you earlier, which was, are you living a wholehearted life? I would love to hear from you. Learning to live a wholehearted life is a daily practice that can be life-changing. But the most important thing to remember is to be unapologetically your true, authentic, 100% self all of the time. I want to thank you for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Have a great week and make today your day.